So when Andrew started brewing at home, it was really because he didn't want to spend money on beer. It's kind of funny. So he's like, I need to learn this. So he took courses and self-taught and home brewed and studied and did everything that he needed to do. With doing that through trial and error, was able to create a great product. So we're a small batch brewery. We're, pleasantly surprised to have won the Ontario Brewing Awards last fall for our Jack's Black Lager. So we take a lot of pride in that. Yeah, we are. We've been married for, how long has it been? I want to say, 18 years. And we used to live in Toronto, so we came from Toronto. We've been here for 6 years now. We had corporate lives. I worked in corporate marketing for over 20 years. My husband, Andrew, he was a creative director for over 20 years. And it was one of those days where I got off the plane from, the millionth travel trip I took, and came home and just basically said to Andrew, there's got to be a plan B. It was a dream that we had that we didn't ever think would come to fruition. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just didn't know what it would be. And together with Andrew, to bring his dream and his passion to life is, the best gift of all. Andrew is super talented at everything he does. And he was brewing. He's been brewing for a long time. At that point in time, it was about 10 years of home brewing. And so we just decided, hey, you know what? Let's take a leap of faith and start a brewery in Prince Edward County. We started this not really having any intentions, not really knowing what to expect. We just knew we loved to make beer. We love to work with people. I'm very social, so is Andrew. Customer service is very important to us. And it's something that, I think it's what we learned in our background jobs, I should say, is the importance of relationships. And we could bring, that to the brewery. So it is a huge focus of ours. Customer service, of course, great product. But ensuring that our customers have the best experience through our staff, through our product, is very important. So everything is done through us. It's entirely, owner-operated establishment. Mm-hmm. And that's inclusive of the beer production right through to sales. It's pretty fantastic. I want to say that about 75% of our customers are regulars, which means the world to us. When we were entertaining the thought of opening a brewery, we always said that we wanted, as I mentioned, to put customer service first and to establish a place where customers, our guests, can feel at home. A place where people can come and meet new people. And what's really cool is we've seen that, we've witnessed that. We've seen our guests meet other guests, and now they're all really good friends. So it's been quite a growth, evolution, to see how, what we created has provided happiness and joy for others. But what was really cool is before we said that we were going to open a brewery, before we even started thinking about it, I took him to Chicago for a craft beer tour. And it was honestly one of the best craft beer tours. So of course it was in March and it was freezing cold. And it was St. Paddy's Day, so we went down for a double whammy, Andrew's birthday and St. Paddy's Day, and spent the majority of our time in Chicago in craft breweries. We ended up at this awesome bar. It was like 5 people deep at the bar. And these 2 guys behind, they just were so calm and chill, and all they did was just play vinyl, and they would stop if they were in the middle of serving customers when the record stopped to flip it. And it just created this relaxed, casual, social vibe that we looked at each other and we're like, if we ever open a brewery, that's all we're going to play is vinyl. Yeah, and it's been a nice thing. It's not so much like, ooh, vinyl's trendy.
It's kind of like everything we do here. It's simple, but it's complicated. Vinyl is simple, but it's complicated because you have to flip it, you have to clean it, you have to take care of it.
Yeah, we certainly don't enjoy having to do that on really busy days.
Yeah, but what it does
we make it work.
It makes you pause. It makes you slow down. And the other thing is that one of the rules, most of the time, is once you start it, you're not allowed to stop it. Unless it doesn't make sense for whatever reason. But usually it'll be a side. You'll play a side, and then you're allowed to change it. So,
I think it's important to note with that, as you mentioned, like it makes you pause, it makes you slow down. And, you know, that's where we are. We're in the county, and you're on vacation, or you're not in the city where you need to be a part of the hustle and bustle. So we really want to make sure that we do achieve that relaxed and chill vibe for those who are coming on holidays, because that's what you're doing here. You're at a brewery, you're in the field, you're staring at the beautiful vineyards, and you're drinking good beer. So one of the things that we like to look at that sort of differentiates us a little bit in the county with beer is no two beers are ever brewed the same. We love to experiment. We love to have fun with beer. We follow a traditional style, but we make it our own. Modern day twist, if you will, or an Andrew twist, however you want to put it. And we like to do that because then it doesn't necessarily feel like a job. Yeah. It's fun. And that's why we left our corporate careers, to have fun. It's alcohol. We got to have fun. It's supposed to put a smile on your face.
Well, it's funny you say it, because I get asked that a lot. Why do you brew 20 odd beers? Why do you want to have that many beers? Because it's a lot of work to keep that many beers on the go. To be honest with you, if I would probably, not to say we don't have a few mainstays that we don't mess around with too much, but if I had to do the same beer all the time, I think I'd get a little bored. Probably because of my previous background. I just like to do interesting things, and it keeps me excited. And the more excited I get, the more I want to do, and the more fun I have. So yeah, and it doesn't feel like a job. You know, yes, it is still a job at the end of the day. You know, some days are more fun than others, but that's with anything in life. So yeah, no.
And that's why I came up with the tagline, creatively brewed, spontaneously crafted, because that's literally what you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it does keep it fun. You know, there are a few of our flagships. Of course, Jack's Black Lager being our award winner. Our ESB we're very proud of, as well as our Hell's Lager. We do have a few and some good IPAs too. We're starting to establish that, but we just really like to have rotating taps so that we're just having fun with it.
Yeah,
keeping it fresh, keeping it new, and more importantly, having fun. Where do I begin? I guess at the beginning. So I met Andrew and Christine as a guest here, and I had no idea at the time that I would ever come to work for them. But there was just something so authentic about the hospitality and the warmth and the feeling here that I always knew it would be a place that I would come back to. And it was where we would always bring our friends and family when we come to the county. And then had the opportunity through the pandemic to make the move here, and was welcomed with open arms. And it's been a fantastic transition. I think they make my job very easy. Andrew is uncompromising in his product, and that kind of integrity and quality just makes it easy to just come in and have a good time and talk to people and enjoy the space and the place, because the beer speaks for itself. When I first started here, I think they had 7 beers on tap. They always promised me it would never be a long list, and we're at 21 and counting. I think Andrew just enjoys playing with the beers and finding new things to try, and I think in that I have learned to try new things as well. The Joe's Double Chocolate is my namesake because it has coffee, beer, and chocolate, all of the best things in the world in one glass. But it really depends on the day and my mood. There's not a bad one on the list, though. I just think it's such a unique place to be. I think the county as a whole is so supportive of each other and their businesses and the industry. And it's great to see the breweries and the wineries and how everybody collaborates together. So some of the things that we do at Gillingham is we always do comedy nights in the summer, well, spring, summer, and fall. A lot of fun. Our good friend Jeff Elliott is a headliner for Yuck Yucks Comedy, and he coordinates, produces, orchestrates all the above with respect to comedy nights. So we do one show a month. They're typically the third Friday. You can pre-buy your tickets. So right now, this year, we're doing May till October. Our very good friend Rodney shucks oysters with us. He's been with us. This is his third season with us now, I want to say. And we built an oyster bar with him so he can have his space. We love the oysters. It's something that has really been paired with our beer that we've become known for, oysters and beer. And we plan to continue that with him. So he's got his space. He's here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but in the summertime he will be here probably every day with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 days. So we really want to build that up. And we do live music every weekend, especially during the peak season. So I'm fully booked actually. We've got like 3 or 4 rotating artists that will be with us, local artists. So that'll be a lot of fun too. We're also trying to play up Halloween. Halloween is probably one of my favorite holidays. It's always been since I'm just a big kid. And the last 2 years we've had a really successful Halloween party. And last year was probably the best out of all of them. And we said that we're going to keep it a tradition.